One of the first things that happened to me in New York when I finished this book is when agents and publishers, et cetera, looked at it in New York, I got a lot of ass whipping for having a woman protagonist in a thriller type genre story. The genre, the medical thriller or scientific thriller genre is very much a guy saves girl genre. And they're very first, and especially in LA, especially in the movie world in LA, the first thing they said is, oh my God, the protagonist is a woman. You can't have a protagonist, a woman in a thriller type genre story. It's supposed to be guy saves girl. If you read Dan Brown's work, it's pretty much, guy saves girl, guy saves girl, guy saves girl all the way through his work, which is normal, which is standard. But I had a real problem when I began to draw the characters and when I began to outline the story, and that's that when I listed some of the dilemmas that an unlimited lifespan or a dramatically expanded lifespan would produce, one of them, many of them affected women, which is, would I have more children? Would I become? Could I have children again? Will all of my sexual activity return? Women think about aging much more than men. Women tend to think much more deeply about life, and I wanted the protagonist to consider the implications of what they were doing on a very deep level, and that's why the story begins with the death of her mother. I wanted her to look at this whole thing through the lens of a human being. She would be one of the very first human beings to experience this. What does it mean when all of the people around you die and you prolong the experience of death? You are virtually changing human nature. Is it the right thing to do? What is life? What is death? What are children? I wanted the character to be very profoundly affected by life from the very beginning, and all through the story, she encounters death over and over and over, and that's why that's the key reason the protagonist is a woman. And although I took a lot of filleting for that, I'm very proud of the character. I think it all paid off.